Hi. This is going to be an interview, and I will ask the questions, and you will answer as best as possible as you can with examples and authority. Is that okay with you?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, so let's start. So, what is your name?
Jessica Flores.
What grade are you in?
I'm a junior.
Okay, and what's your math class that you're currently taking?
Geometry.
Okay, so what is your primary language at home?
Spanish.
Okay, I see, I understand. What is your current grade in your math class?
My current grade is a C, and I'm taking geometry.
Okay, so is it a fair assessment of your math knowledge? Do you believe your grade is a fair grade for yourself? Why or why not?
No, I think it's not because the teacher goes fast when giving out the lessons. She reviews the problems very quickly and with very few examples. And then she moves on to the next lesson, so it's harder for me to understand.
Oh, I see. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. When you don't understand the material in a math class, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel overwhelmed.
So, what do you think causes you to feel overwhelmed?
Um, I think the reason is that there's a lot of noise in class and it's hard for me to concentrate. And the fact that other students seem to understand the material makes me feel like really overwhelmed. Like I'm the only one that doesn't understand.
Oh, so do you believe if you had the noise level to be lowered, it will make you, let's say, concentrate a little bit more or understand the material better?
Yes, because I think that it'd be easier for me to concentrate and pay attention to the lesson or what the teacher is saying.
Oh, all right. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Tell me about things that help you better understand a math lesson, or things that did not help you. I don't know which one would you like to share. The things that help you better understand, or the things that did not help you.
Things that help me.
Okay.
Well, I think having a tutor would help. Having more examples, reviewing previous notes, having smaller classes, and yeah, that's it.
Okay. So is it across all your math classes that there are a lot of students in your classes, or is it just any particular class that is just too big of a number?
No, it's mostly my math class. Yeah, because I feel like I need to pay more attention in the math class, so I feel like it's better if we have smaller classes. So that way the teacher pays more attention to everyone.
Oh, I see. Thank you. Thank you. So, our next question. If you had a chance to tell a teacher what kind of review to do before a unit test, what would you suggest to the math teacher?
I'll suggest to provide steps, like more steps to like the problems we're learning and everything. Study guides, and make flashcards to make it easier for us to review.
Would you ask the teacher to make the flashcards, or would you make them yourself?
To help us, basically. Like we should do it on our own, so that way we could learn. But I feel like it'd be better if she were to help us, with the stuff that we need to learn.
I see. I understand. Tell me about your method for studying for a math test.
My methods are to review notes and try to memorize the formulas for the test.
Was there a time you felt those methods really worked?
Not exactly, because I try too hard to memorize everything the night before, and sometimes it's not enough to cover everything.
I see. Do you have a recent memory that you want to share? Just previous or in the past? Or
Well, the last test that I took, it was hard for me because I didn't really understand the material as much, so I tried to memorize everything the night before, and so that made it hard for me because I still didn't understand, and the test was the next day.
I see. Thank you for sharing. What helps you to feel confident walking into a math class? Just let me repeat the question. What helps you feel confident walking into a math class?
Understanding what the lessons were about. Yeah, just knowing what we're talking about and being sure that everything that we've been talking about, I understand.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, from a scale 1 to 4, with 4 being the highest, how often do you participate in class discussions?
I'd say a 2.
A 2, all right. So, give some examples when you felt comfortable sharing out loud to the whole class.
When I understood the material, it made me feel comfortable to share with everyone else.
Okay. And then you don't feel shy about sharing out loud.
Yeah, it doesn't make me as embarrassed because it makes me feel like I understand, so it's easier for me to elaborate about what we're talking about because I understand it.
Okay. And then can you also give some examples when you felt uncomfortable? So the opposite, when sharing out loud to the whole class.
When I feel uncomfortable?
When you feel uncomfortable sharing to the whole class.
When I feel like everyone understands but me, it makes me feel very uncomfortable because everyone seems like they're learning and I'm just the only one that doesn't understand. And that makes me very uncomfortable.
I see. So tell me about a time you felt confused in a math lesson. So this is happening during a math lesson and you felt confused. Was there a time that you felt confused during a math lesson?
Yes, most of the time actually. It's really hard for me to understand. So yeah, most of the time I feel confused.
All right. Can you give me a specific example or share any memory that you have?
Yeah. Well, there's too many formulas to remember, so it makes it harder for me to like to know, and or sometimes it's hard for me to understand where to begin with. To start off with that.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Next question. So tell me about a time you didn't feel confused in a math lesson.
When the teacher reviews step by step, especially during after school hours, I feel like it's better because like the teacher gets to like talk to every student individually, and it's easy for us to understand like that, to learn actually, like that.
Okay. Do you have a specific example? I mean, just based on the past weeks. Do you want to? Can you share a memory that you have?
Yes. Well, I went to tutoring after school, and it was. I liked the fact that there was teachers and other staff members helping us after school with our homework and the lessons that we had during school hours, and that made me understand the material better than it did in class.
Oh, I see. It's like a one-on-one interaction, so that will help you out.
Yes.
Okay, I see. So my last question to you, and you can elaborate as much as you can, or more examples as you can also. So as you were sharing your grade in your current class, that you stated that you have a C. Is there any suggestions or any new habits that you want to implement in order to improve your grade?
Yes. Well, I'd like to start going to tutoring more often and reviewing my notes and making like a study group so I can focus more on the material that we're learning throughout the day. Going to after school classes or just reviewing everything after school with like with face to face with I don't know someone that can help me out.
I see. Do you mean that face-to-face interaction with an adult, a teacher, a tutor, or with your peers also?
With both actually. And with a teacher would be good because they explain to you exactly how you're supposed to learn, and also with peers because sometimes it's easier to learn with people that you're comfortable with.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you very much for sharing, and thank you for your time.
Thank you.